Welcome to another episode of Was, the podcast exclusively for folks that are at the brink of hell. Holy shit, where's the Tylenol?
I didn't watch it, man. I didn't watch a lot of Christmas movies this year, unfortunately.
Oh, as one of the hosts, Nick, I watch so many Christmas
Well,
movies.
you have children and like a
Dude, I
household
didn't
that.
even watch them with the children. I watched them by myself or with the
Okay.
Melissa.
Okay.
In the immortal words of, it may have been Abraham Lincoln, fuck them kids.
I love it. All right. Nick, hi. How you doing, man? I've missed
I,
you. I
I
haven't
missed you
seen
as
you in a
well.
while. Like we didn't communicate during I'm kidding, we did. But I'm so happy to see you. I missed you. I've seen a lot of movies. Uh
So many movies.
and I'm ready to talk about them. Okay,
Oh, I,
'Cause
I'm excited.
all right, Nick. I I'm good. Let's just start it off. I think I saw my favorite movie of the year, and in fact, I think my favorite movie of the last couple years.
And that's saying something because you and I literally spoke at length about everything everywhere all at once.
Yes,
Like, could not stop talking about it.
yeah,
So saying that this like may outshine that, that's high praise.
and it's. I think it's my favorite performance by an actor since. I mean, and it's not too long, but the last couple years, the performances that have stuck with me were Ki Hee Kwan and Everything Everywhere All at Once. Stephanie Shu as well, but it was more of an emotional thing with Ki Hee Kwan. But Emma Stone in Poor Things is what, like, seriously, one of my favorite performances ever.
Really.
It's incredible. I don't want to give too much away because, like, I finally watched the trailer after seeing the movie because I do that now. I watch the trailer after I've seen the
Sure.
movies, and okay, it doesn't give a lot away, luckily, but man, there's admittedly there's a lot of sex in this movie, a ton,
Okay.
way like a ton. It's it's
Just a
it's it's
lot.
it's just it's a big part of the character. It's a big part of the journey. And but Emma Stone, like, literally, it's a complete life told throughout this, like, over a couple months, and or maybe years, who knows. It's not really specific, but it's this movie is, like, incredible. I mean, Emma Stone is great. um what's his name, Mark Ruffalo is really good, and so is Willem Dafoe. They are fantastic. There's a lot of really good cameos in this movie, but this movie, like, Emma Stone destroys this entire movie, like, just with
Awesome.
her performance. And it's I'm happy studios, technically this is a Disney movie because it's a Searchlight movie,
Sure.
so technically this movie
Sweet.
is Disney, but so I'm happy people trust and give Yorgos Lanthimos money, okay,
Mhm.
because I don't, like, this is pretty incredible. It's a little long, but, like, if you stay on the journey with the whole thing, it's incredible. But yeah, Poor Things, like, 9 or 10 out of 10, and it's literally, like, actually, yeah, it's I don't know if this is for everybody. This is probably the easiest Yorgos Lanthimos movie for the average public. You still have to accept a lot of things because it's weirdly fantastical.
Mhm.
It's just truly beautiful. You just have to accept a lot of things when you're watching it, just because it's a Yorgos Lanthimos movie, and
Yeah.
he's a little weird.
That's an understatement, but yes.
Uh, but it's an actual comedy. This movie feels like a comedy, and, like I said, Emma Stone's performance is, like, I would be very surprised if she does not win the Academy Award for this.
I hope she does. I think she's just a brilliant actress, and I adore her.
Yeah,
I absolutely adore her.
I really hope people take the time to. The thing is, it's not even in like a ton of theaters out here. I had to drive 25 miles to go see this movie. Actually, no, like I think it was only like 21 miles, but yeah, I had to drive to go find a theater with this movie. I'm also having a hard time. I don't think it's in theaters anymore, unfortunately. But I tried to go see Eileen as well with Thomason McKenzie and Anne Hathaway. But yeah, Nick, what did you watch?
Oh, I've watched so many things this last few weeks. I did a rewatch of Dune. This is my third watch of it.
I
Man,
did.
I
I
think
bought
it
it on
gets more.
4K. I haven't watched it, but I bought it.
Oh, I think it gets more impressive with each rewatch. To be honest with you, I notice little things. I dare say that visually there may not have been a better movie from that time period when it was released. Um, it is just a stunning movie. It is just hauntingly beautiful.
Yeah.
And that is just a killer cast too. Like
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I just like I haven't, like I said, I haven't taken the time, but
you
I
get a
do, like I said,
Skarsgård,
I've got it.
you get Oscar, which is
Oscar
just
Isaac. I mean, Jason. We get Aquaman in this movie.
we
I
get
mean,
Jason Momoa,
Dave
Rebecca
Bautista.
Ferguson, Dave Bautista, which I watch back to back movies in back to back nights with Dave Bautista in them. In fact,
What
back
was
to
the other
back
one?
with Dave Bautista and David. I can never pronounce his last. Thank you. Yes, I can never pronounce his last name. I watched Dune, and then the following night I watched Blade Runner 2049.
Okay.
Which, man, Ryan Gosling is just. Ryan Gosling may be my spirit animal.
He is just one of the best actors working right now.
Another Gosling film that I watched, I rewatched Barbie with the family again, and that movie just slaps. It is just a
Barbie,
banger of a film.
I got the Barbie soundtrack on vinyl,
I love it.
which I listened to. It's fantastic.
Please tell me it's pink.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like it. Unfortunately, I got like the Target one, which has it looks like cotton candy on the disc, but it's fine. It's not like the Barbie pink. It's fantastic though. And then I also got the Knuff hoodie.
I am Knuff. No,
it's really nice. It's really cool.
I love it. Rewatched Barbie. My son, the oldest, is for part of school is reading the Hunger Game books.
Okay.
So
I read those.
We watched the first Hunger Games, the OG one, and it held up better than I anticipated it would.
That's the one I liked the most out of all of them. I don't really like the following three, unfortunately.
The first and the second one I enjoy. The third and the fourth one, they tried to pull a Harry Potter. They tried to extend it into two movies, which it worked with Potter. It did not work with Hunger Games, in my opinion. I did end up purchasing Oppenheimer on 4K.
Nice.
And I watched that on the setup, the home theater setup, and I got to tell you, no, it's not as good as IMAX, which is obvious.
It's coming back to IMAX at the beginning of the year.
Dude, it was still impactful. It was still amazingly impactful. Spoiler alert, we may talk about that if we go over like our Mount Rushmore or our top 5 movies of 2023 again.
I think that's probably next week or the following next time we talk.
Sure.
I think we next week I think is too early to actually give our top 10 because let's like kind of cram in as much as we can.
Sure.
And then I think maybe the following week we try
absolutely
do
I also watched Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Okay, I still have not watched that, but keep in mind I've never seen Last Crusade as well.
Oh, good God, man. That's unfortunate. You need to rectify that for sure. Dial of Destiny, whatever. You don't need to watch it. It was okay. It was a fine movie. It was a fitting send-off for Indy.
Oh, is it
It's
an actual send off?
we're done. Harrison
Okay.
Ford is done.
Okay.
Um, so that was at least interesting. It was better than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which isn't saying much. Um,
Haven't seen that one either.
oh, it's bad. It's
I grew
just
up just a Temple of Doom guy. That's it.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Um, my youngest wanted to watch Across the Spider Verse during the Christmas season, so we did that.
I mean,
And
that's a smart kid.
I've watched that like, oh, I don't know, 5 times already. Uh,
I haven't watched a lot of movies more than once this year, but I
okay.
did in 2 consecutive days.
Oh Lord.
I saw Wonka twice.
Ah, you
Bro,
did say it was great. You did say you enjoyed it.
I okay, I don't know why I like it so much. I saw it in Dolby first, which is a superior screen, and then I saw it in IMAX literally the next day. It's You and I are very similar. We're musical people. We do
Yeah, yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
musicals. I don't think people were prepared. This is the most musical of the three Wonkas that we've gotten. This one is a true musical. It's a little weird. Some of the songs, like especially the first time you watch it, don't hit. And that's okay because like in a musical, not every song is gonna hit.
Yeah.
But you know what? I saw it literally less than 24 hours later. And you know what? Some of those songs hit a little bit better on the second watch because you're kind of used to it. You get used to that pattern, you get
Yeah.
used to that, like that rhythm that they get into. And I think the movie is like it's directed by the guy who did the two Paddington movies and the writers of that,
You mean
which
Paddington 2, the greatest movie of
I
all time
I
according to
haven't
Rotten
watched it yet.
Tomatoes?
I haven't watched it yet, and I plan to now. But I so it has that great charm that apparently
Mhm.
those movies are known for. So I loved Wonka. I think Timothy Chalamet was really good. I loved the little girl who was in the movie with him, who was kind of his opposite, not a love interest, but an opposite. I
Mhm.
thought she was fantastic. She's really young. She has a really good story. Um, Unfortunately they don't use what's her name, the she's an Oscar winner, she for The Favorites. Why can't I not think of her name? Olivia Colman. Unfortunately,
Ah,
you don't they don't use her a ton. I will say I laughed so much at this at the character who was also like the partner of Olivia Colman.
mhm.
His name is Tom Davis. He's a British comedian. I don't know what it was about that guy, but I laughed so much at like his character. I thought he was great. The girl's name is Kala Lane. I think she was
Okay.
fantastic. Keegan Michael Key. I will say, unfortunately, like in the year 2023, we did a fat joke movie, like literally where Keegan Michael Key just continues to kind of get a little bit fatter throughout the movie.
Ah,
And it's a fat joke. And unfortunately, in 2023, that's still happening. But you know what? If a single person can pull that off and it's
it's
okay, it's
it's
Keegan Michael
Keegan Michael
Key.
Key.
Like he is fantastic. Like I love Keegan Michael Key
Oh
so
yeah,
much. So I mean,
absolutely.
if anybody could pull that off, it was Keegan.
It's
And
him.
you know
Yeah.
what? It's like I said, on that second watch, everything was so much better.
Good.
Also, they have Rowan Atkinson. They didn't use him enough as well, which is a little bit unfortunate. But I really, really, I can tell you that is to me the most rewatchable movie of the year.
Gotcha.
If you like musicals, which it's
Mhm.
clear that I do, but if you like musicals, that is the most rewatchable movie of the year. Just because it's a ton of fun. It's a ton of fun. I saw
I'll have to check
I
it
love
out.
it.
No, I'll
Uh,
have to check it out.
all right. What about you?
I
Anything else?
I also watched for the first time John Wick Chapter 4.
Never seen
Uh,
it.
dude,
I haven't watched past the first one.
it is probably my second favorite of the the quintology or the quadrilogy.
Yeah.
Um, it was excellent. It is just a fantastic action movie. Um, just fantastic, sincerely. And I believe you get a Skarsgård there. So
I mean, I'm okay with any
Skarsgård's
Skarsgård sightings I get.
Skarsgårds are very big in 2023.
I mean, hey, Alexander was in Infinity Pool.
Yeah. I will tell you before I get into the Christmas list, because I do want to talk about the Christmas movies I watched. The most effed up movie that I watched over these last few weeks.
Very.
If you want to completely destroy your brain from a psychological drama black comedy, go ahead and watch Saltburn.
Yay! You watched it.
I did.
What did you think?
I am still trying to figure out what I think.
All right, spoilers happening. Okay. What scene, as the kids would say, I'm 35, as the kids would say, what sent you? Which scene? Because there's
I don't know,
nothing sent me. Like nothing was like over the. I thought it was a little tame. I thought she pulled back a little bit when she could have.
Oh no! She definitely could have gone further. Do not get me wrong. I don't think anything sent me, but like drinking the bathtub water.
Yes. Okay. No, it wasn't just the bathtub water. Let's be like he got as much around that drain as he could.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying, though.
Like I loved that. I thought that was just like okay. I don't like because I don't get Jake Elordi at all. I don't get him.
Barry.
I don't get him at all. But I got the character Barry Keoghan was playing.
Yes.
I could see the cogs working in his brain at every turn.
Absolutely.
And he was like, did I not tell you he was literally like start to finish in that movie fantastic?
Oh, he's the most brilliant thing about that movie.
Yeah,
like he 100% carries that film.
And I love Rosamund Pike.
I love Rosamund Pike.
Richard E. Grant was great. So and then the girl who played what's her name?
The sister, Felix's sister,
Venetia Allison Oliver.
Mm-hmm.
That scene when she's in the bathtub, and she has that speech with Barry Keoghan.
Yeah,
I think that is like one of the better scenes of 2023 is that speech that she gives him.
I think the end of with him just dancing naked around the mansion it encompasses the movie quite well.
Yeah, I mean it was literally like eat the rich from the inside.
Yep.
And I love that. Also him with the I just found out earlier this week about him with the grave. He asked for a closed set and just asked to just be given freedom to do like whatever came to him at the time. So like but he asked for a closed set, which I love. So
gotcha.
Just a little bit of respect for like let me just figure out this.
Let me cook.
Yeah, let me figure this out.
If anybody wants to watch Saltburn, which I think you should,
I
think it is definitely worth a watch. It is on Prime Video actually right now.
I was waiting for the day that Saltburn dropped on streaming so I could watch Twitter. It didn't melt down, but because I thought the movie was going to be a little bit more debaucherous than it was.
It definitely, like, in thinking back, it was definitely more tame than I anticipated.
Same here, which that might have been my own fault going in.
True.
I love Saltburn. I'm happy you saw it. I'm happy
it is worth a watch.
Talk about it
for sure. No, I enjoyed it. But Barry Keoghan is a really fantastic actor. Like sincerely so.
He really is.
I don't think he gets enough credit for how good he is.
I really need to watch his Yorgos Lanthimos movie. I still haven't watched his one, The Killing of a Sacred Deer.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
still need to watch that one. That one's on my list of soon. I need to watch that
Gotta
one. But
watch it soon. Yeah. Um, but now it is time for. Oh well, no, hold on. I did attempt to watch Rebel Moon.
oh, okay,
I
I have not made that. I'm gonna wait until like
I
the better cut apparently comes out.
I couldn't do it, man. It is so Zack Snyder,
Is it
and
exposition heavy immediately?
it's just it's disjointed and you know how J.J. Abrams really liked his lens flares, and that was like how you could tell a J.J. Abrams
Yeah,
film like
it
right
was his like
away.
calling card.
It was
Yeah.
his calling card. You know how like oversaturated colors and slow mo is Zack Snyder's calling
Yes.
card. Well, that's just more of it in Rebel Moon.
Okay. I'm like I'm a Sucker Punch fan, so I'll give it. Like I said, I'm gonna just wait until like the better cut apparently comes out.
Okay, sidebar here. Can can we all as a society like come together and just say, "Hey, how about you release the film that you want to release the first time so we can see the way the movie was meant to be seen?" Like I get it. Blade Runner has like 14 cuts out there. I
I
understand.
I can defend this one. I don't need to defend it, but I can. They probably wanted to get this movie out at a certain date. He didn't have time to finish his cut that he's working on because it's apparently like an hour and something longer. This is the cut that was ready, that is coherent.
It's the fucking gray Justice is gray Snyder cut bullshit all
Well,
over again.
that's what they're going for. They
I
want
know. I'm
those
just
Snyder Bros.
I hate. Can 2024 be the year that we do away with the Snyder Bros of the world?
I'm not.
Can
I
we
don't
put
hate the
them
Snyder
and Joe
Bros.
Rogan on a
I'm a
spaceship and
yeah.
Aaron
Let's
Rodgers can fly it for all I give a shit
yeah. We
and
can
just
get rid of.
say goodbye to them?
I'm okay with most Snyder Bros because I kind of get it. I kind of get it. I
I I
sympathize.
I can't understand toxic fandom. I just will never be able to.
Oh no, I don't get that either. And I like I don't really comment on a lot of things, but like I saw like a list like top 10 worst movies of 2023 and I just wrote, "Can we just stop doing this because
Everybody
thou-
has
thousands of people worked on that thing, man.
well, and
They want
everybody
you
has a niche, you know,
yeah,
like everybody likes something different.
a niece,
A niece, yes. Uh,
niche, a
niche.
niece, a niece. It's Boy Meets World. Don't worry.
Aquel? Axel Foley. Aquel? No,
I don't. Oh
anyway,
yeah.
it's from Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah. Like you
Uh,
threw me a little bit. Just
yeah.
I was on. What was I even saying?
Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World. Yeah,
Niche.
niche,
Yes.
niece. The whole
Yeah.
scene. Yeah,
I just uh, giving a list of worst movies. That's just it's horseshit. Like, yes, there are movies that I personally don't like. You know,
yeah,
I can't think of any off the top of my head that I saw in 2023 that I just outright hated. I didn't enjoy what I attempted to watch of Rebel Moon, but there's an audience for that.
yeah,
So have fun with it.
yeah.
You know, I happen to think that Godzilla minus one is one of the best movies of the year.
Agreed.
And there's people out there that would never watch that because it's a foreign language film. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah,
I get tired of shitting on things.
I,
I did have a question for you, real quick.
yeah.
Did you get to see the Iron Claw?
I was actually just about to bring that up. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
I also saw the Iron. I went to the theater a lot the last couple days. Uh, I saw the Iron Claw. It's fantastic. I think it's Zac Efron's best performance. He's incredible. Like in at the end of the movie, he got me to cry like twice in like less than 10 minutes. he like this movie is really good. It's some bits seem a little rushed, and that's just because like they're going over
Well, I mean,
about 20 years of
I was about
history of time,
like decades of a story.
and with
Yeah.
this movie, it's just like we mainly focus on four brothers, and one
Probably
big thing.
Zach, Jeremy, and Harris. I'm guessing the
Yeah,
actors.
yeah. Jeremy Allen White, and then the other two,
Yeah.
who are less
Zach
known.
Efron
Yeah,
and
but
Harris
the
Dickinson.
yeah, well, there's another brother as well, but
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
there's it's man, the one thing that they did get across, and it was the one thing that
80s
Kevin,
hair.
no, Kevin Von Erich wanted to get across was how much him and his brothers they loved each other,
Yeah.
and it comes across in the movie. It really does how much the brothers truly lean on each other, how much they love each other. It's just
I mean, they
it's
were inseparable back in the day.
and unfortunately, like they were cursed. It was a something that they joked about when they were younger, but that family was truly cursed. And in fact, there's a entirely other brother that they didn't involve in the movie because they didn't think that three of the same thing could happen uh to three siblings,
Yeah.
and two seems enough, but they think three might have been way
Yeah.
too much. But
Yeah.
man, and yeah, I I learned some stuff about the Von Erichs during this as well. This going, but yeah, I loved this movie. I think it was really good. I think I would love to see Zac Efron at least get a Golden Globe nomination for this.
Oh, again, I've been hearing absolutely nothing but amazing things about this film, specifically Zach Efron's performance in it. He is just apparently brilliant in this movie. So,
Yeah, I would love to see him get a nomination. I also watched the new animated movie Leo, starring Adam Sandler, where he does his Sandy Wexler voice, and it's kind of
yes.
also a musical as well in a weird
Okay.
way. Like, but it's not like a musical in the way that musicals are musicals. It's kind of like a talk musical that just occurs multiple times in the movie. But it's fine. I think it's actually a pretty good Adam Sandler Netflix movie. I would say it's good for kids. Definitely target audience is a younger crowd, but I do love. Uh, Also, once again, has Bill Burr not enough Bill Burr in it?
Bill Burr's the best, man.
But
I absolutely,
oh, go ahead.
I absolutely love Bill Burr.
Same. But I liked Leo, so I mean, if the kids are interested in it, it's
They
not
have watched it twice.
okay. Also, I rewatched Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory just because I just wanted to. I watched the movie,
Gene Wilder is so good in that movie.
and you know what?
Also,
Oh, go ahead.
Grandpa Joe is awful. He's
Yeah.
a terrible human being. He's a piece of shit.
No, Timothy Chalamet did say like it was impossible for him to do like the role like
Oh, I'm
Gene Wilder
sure.
did. But the thing is, I've watched that role and it's not. I've watched it. It's not like he keeps his hat on. He takes his hat off and he does a barrel roll. Like not a barrel roll because that's from Star Fox.
I
Uh,
knew what you were saying.
but he just does
I
a simple roll. I think they overcomplicated it.
It's just Gene's so good in that movie.
Yeah, he really is. The thing is,
He's
the kid who plays Charlie Bucket, he's
Mhm.
really good. It's literally
Yeah.
the only thing that he ever acted in,
Yeah.
and now he's just a veterinarian, a large mammal veterinarian. I think in like upstate New York.
Good for him.
Yeah. Which by the way, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory still slaps. It's still great, and
Still great.
also it's like an hour and 45 minutes, and it goes by really quick.
Real quick. Real quick. We were watching it the other night at the house, and I went to go like make dinner while I was watching it.
Mhm.
And once I got finished, it was like the scene where the kid gets put in the TV.
Yeah, and that's
Like
like the
we,
last 10 minutes, and
yeah,
it's like,
we started it, and then all of a sudden the kid was getting put in the TV, and I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa,
yeah,
what's going on?
just
Why
happened
are we
so
this far in
fast.
the movie?
Yeah. And then I did watch a movie that I've been trying to watch. It came out in 2020, starring Dylan O'Brien. And it's Love and Monsters. I think it's on Netflix right now, I believe. Netflix. And it's just Dylan O'Brien in a dystopian future where a bunch of animals got mutated on the surface, so everybody kind of had to like go underground, and he just wants to go find his girlfriend from whenever he was 16. They've been underground for 7 years, and then it's just an adventure through a
Huh.
dystopian outdoor. And it's got Michael Rooker, and he's not a bad guy in the movie. Uh,
Hey,
so I like seeing that. He was really good, but I think it was just a really cool, sweet movie. Really fun special effects. Yeah, so saw that. Rewatched Home Alone on Christmas Day.
Home
Always a
Alone
good
still
rewatch.
Home Alone still stands up, guys.
Yeah. And then I saw Aquaman in the Lost Kingdom. It's
The
not.
end of the DCEU.
It sure was. And the end of the DCEU is literally a shot of Patrick Wilson eating a cheeseburger and then seeing a cockroach and then putting it in the cheeseburger and taking a bite. That's the end of the DCEU, guys. Uh,
Awesome.
that's the
Awesome.
last image of Patrick Wilson eating a cockroach and a cheeseburger.
Like a decade of films over with a cockroach being eaten.
Yep. I didn't hate the movie. I didn't hate it. It's not good. It's not bad. I kind of described it as this. It's like a story that you can't like. Each scene kind of feels like a story that you came up with in your backyard with your own action figures. So it's not like polished. It's not polished, but you know what? It got the job done during those days when we didn't have the internet. So it
It's
was just like it literally felt
it's
like that.
it sounds like the movie was made by the characters from Be Kind Rewind.
Almost. I mean, it's James Wan, and I'm not gonna insult James Wan. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, it just felt like each scene was just like kind of thrown together,
Yeah.
at least at the very beginning, and then it's fine. You know what? I do appreciate this. I think it's like the first superhero movie that we've gotten where the villain from the first movie is also just the main villain from the second movie in the second
Ah,
movie. And I think that's okay. You
that's
know what?
okay.
That like because who is Aquaman's biggest rival? Probably Black Manta, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why shouldn't Black Manta just be his main villain in the second one too? And
Sounds
also,
like a
I
plan
like
to
I,
me.
I like Yahya Abdul Mateen the second
Oh,
too. I
so
like him.
good.
I like
So
him.
good.
Um,
He's so freaking good. Uh, if you have not watched it yet, I would recommend watching the movie Air. It is on
Still need to
Amazon
watch that. Yeah,
Prime. Uh, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Viola Davis,
Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker is great in the movie. He's in it for a limited time, but he's great. You get a Wayne's brother. You, you get uh,
Marlon.
yeah, you
Okay.
get Marlon Wayans. He's only in a scene, so don't get
Uh,
your hopes up. He's still good. And you get geez, who else do you get? There's you get Jason Bateman as well. There
yeah,
we go.
Bateman. Yeah, I've seen the
But
very end of the movie, and I like it.
I mean, obviously it is quote unquote based on a true story, but it's played very well, and it makes you it gets you invested very easily. So, and the soundtrack's just a banger.
Yeah, it's like
Like
late '80s.
it is all mid 80s, early 80s, like arena rock, basically. It is just fantastic. Um, so it was a good movie. It was one of the better movies that I watched over the last couple weeks. not counting my yearly rewatches of Christmas films. And listen, when I tell you I watched a lot of movies, like there was not a moment that I was home that I basically wasn't watching a movie over
Yeah.
the last couple of weeks.
Oh, Nick,
Uh,
I get it. You probably have kids at home. There's probably always
yeah,
one near the living room,
yeah.
and or
Well,
wherever you're at.
well, this time of year, the Christmas time, and that like 6 days in between Christmas and New Year's is just rewatch a palooza in this household.
Yeah,
I do my yearly Lord of the Rings rewatch. The kids always want us to do our yearly Harry Potter rewatch, so we're in the midst of that currently.
nice.
You gotta watch Christmas Vacation every year, which
I know. I need to put that on before the
I
end of the
don't
year.
know,
My
Margot.
favorite line I think ever. I think that's my favorite like line read ever. I have a shirt with it on it. Okay. I don't know,
It's,
Margot.
it's so. Why is the floor wet, Todd?
I
I
don't.
don't know, Margot.
Well, shit. Uh,
They drained a liter of fluid out of my back. The movie's brilliant. We have talked ad nauseum about Christmas Vacation,
yeah.
and I'm sure we will talk about it again. But it is just, it may be peak Chevy Chase.
Yeah. I mean that's. I mean I don't know. Caddyshack might be though.
Caddyshack did come a bit
Caddyshack.
earlier, though.
I know. Well, that might be the most Chevy.
Yeah. If we're doing the most Chevy,
Technically, Community.
uh, yes, but Fletch may be the most Chevy.
Yeah, you're not wrong. During that watch, yeah, just like kind of a swindler, just kind of like always like a little, just like knows how to grease the wheel a little bit.
Yeah. His improv chops were pretty great in that, but his improv chops in Christmas Vacation are pretty damn good too. When he cuts the rope and the tree opens up and he's like a little full, a lot of sap. You know that wasn't in the damn script. Come on now.
Yeah, but then they knew to add like a second like a follow up scene with them in the bed that where like his like he's reading a magazine. Yeah, I mean it's a like it's fantastic.
Yeah. Home Alone rewatch.
Yeah.
God,
again, Macaulay's fantastic.
Movie holds up, man.
Yeah.
I did come to the realization that Buzz absolutely stormed the Capitol on January 6th. Like, it is not even a question in my mind. Buzz is a MAGA guy, and he 100% stormed the Capitol.
I picture Buzz becoming a Chicago cop, so maybe.
Just saying.
Yeah, but I like thinking of. I don't want to think of Buzz like that because Buzz, I mean, is an asshole, but I'm also an asshole.
True. I do love, Rookie of the Year's own John Candy being in Home Alone.
623 copies in Chicago.
Chicago?
Boy,
no, Sheboygan.
Real big in Sheboygan.
Real big in Sheboygan. Polka.
Sorry, I thought you recognized this.
Thought you recognized this. I do love though. She gets there. Catherine O'Hara gets there, and literally 45 seconds later,
yeah,
the rest of the family shows.
Had she just waited,
just waited.
Yeah. But it's all about the journey. It's all about the journey because had she waited, she would not have met the Polka King. Okay.
Yeah, and I think that's the real
icing on the cake. Yeah, that's her real gift. That's her real gift of Christmas.
Meeting the Kenosha Kickers.
Yes.
God. We also rewatched the Santa Claus and the Santa Claus 2. The Santa Claus 3 is not very good, so we did not rewatch that.
Okay.
What if season 2 started just before Christmas?
I need to watch it.
6 straight days. The last episode actually dropped today. We have not watched it yet. Season 2's been great. Like, really? I sincerely recommend it.
Is it just 6 episodes?
Yep.
Oh, dang. I thought it was 8. Dang. Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong.
But I think the first season was 8. That's what I think. You know, an underrated Christmas movie that I usually watch every year, which I haven't,
Black
which I
Christmas.
will. No, 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 no. It's an actual Christmas movie. It's actual like family Christmas movie. Uh,
Black
no, actually, I
Black
wanted to
Christmas
watch.
is a real Christmas movie.
I wanted to watch 8-Bit Christmas because that one's actually pretty underrated. I actually really like that one. But oh, your mic's off.
Super underrated. It's actually a really cute movie.
Came out like 2 years ago. I think that one's really good. But a movie that I found, I don't know why, and it's going to sound really weird, but I literally know every single word to it. It's called Unaccompanied Minors.
Yeah, I've seen Unaccompanied Minors.
Probably because of me, like because I watched it like a lot. Like I
It's
watched it
good.
during Christmas, like every year. And it's also got like the he uh I think he won an Emmy for Abbott Elementary. That I can't never remember his name. Three name kid, Tyler something.
Oh yeah, I'm.
Yeah, I love him. He's in it. The kid from Bad Santa's in it. Uh,
God. Oh,
I
Bad
love the
Santa.
movie. I love.
So
Oh, I've never seen Bad Santa. I didn't. I did not enjoy. I did not enjoy the bits that I had seen. So
okay,
I
okay,
just decided
I
it was not
gotcha.
for me. I like John Ritter. I wish I liked him. The scenes I saw with him in it more. But I
Hmm.
mean, but yeah, that I tried watching that movie when it came out and everything. When everybody loved it, but it was just not for me. So
No, it's understandable. I,
and
I I'm a big fan of how over the last like I don't know, I feel like it's been more prevalent probably over the last decade maybe. Uh, we've been getting more and more Christmas related horror movies. Like
yeah,
Krampus came
Krampus.
out back in 2015. There was a Jack Frost that was scary.
Yeah, it came out
Not the
actually
Jack
before the
Frost.
original. Came out
It came out
before the
before the.
original.
Uh,
The Michael Keaton one.
yeah. Uh, it's a Wonderful Knife came out this year.
Yeah, which I meant to go see.
Violent Night came out last year.
It's okay.
Uh, Silent Night came out a couple years ago. Uh, I mean, I guess you could count things like Edward Scissorhands as like a Christmas movie.
I I I do classify Edward Scissorhands as a Christmas movie because it is bookended by Christmas.
Yes. I'll tell you my favorite horror Christmas movie, and I think it's the quintessential horror Christmas movie, and that's Gremlins.
Okay, I personally would say now Krampus is because
I am just a
that
Gremlins fan, man.
I watched Gremlins. I watched Gremlins this year as well. But
I
the
have so
reason
many questions.
apparently we're getting a third one now. Apparently
Oh,
it's in development for 2026.
gotcha. Go on with Krampus, though. I apologize.
The only reason why I consider it my quintessential horror Christmas movie is because that one's straight up centered around Christmas. Gremlins just so happens to be taking place around Christmas.
So it's the Die Hard argument.
For Die Hard, I think it can only take place on Christmas because of the situations that it's in. I feel like he's there for a party where everybody's going to be at, even like the CEO or whatever.
Yeah.
He's at trying to reconcile with his wife who's living across the country, and he's a cop. He's going to get maybe Christmas off. He might get like something like that off if he's been there
Yeah.
for a while. It can only take place during Christmas. I don't consider it myself a Christmas movie. I think it's a technically a Christmas movie because it takes place during Christmas. Same thing with Lethal Weapon. Lethal Weapons takes place during Christmas.
You could just say Shane
Same
Black
Black
movies.
movies.
Yeah.
They take place during Christmas. Iron Man 3 is a
I,
technically Christmas movie as well.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Yes. No, I don't think the Nice Guys. Though I don't. Is that
Yeah,
Shane Black?
there is Christmas in the Nice Guys.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Shane Black movies. Oh my god, I did watch. I did watch my favorite rom com ever. I did watch While You're Sleeping.
While you're sleeping.
Christmas movie. Christmas movie. So yeah, I know every single word to it. Literally every single word. I want to do it as a stage play so bad. How do I get the rights? Somebody tell me how to get the rights so I can make this a I just want to play Joe Jr. Okay, this is just my selfish reason to play Joe Jr. I want to play Joe Jr. so bad. I just want to say all those stupid things that Joe Jr. says in that movie because he's perfect.
Oh,
Character is near perfect. Looks like he was
I'm a Sandra
leaning.
Bullock fan, is all I'm saying.
Looks like he was leaning. Thank you. These mashed potatoes are so creamy. But I know every single word of that movie. I've known it since I was a child. It is the best rom com in the world. Even I love When Harry Met Sally. Only watched that recently. When While You Were Sleeping is the best.
If you say so.
I do.
With Gremlins, though, like, yes, I don't disagree with you. The circumstances around it, but like, the Mogwai, like, Gizmo is given as a gift, like as a Christmas gift.
Yeah, because it can't wait. It can't wait for Christmas because
the ambiance of the film is all related to Christmas, so that's why it is a Christmas film for me.
Agreed.
And again,
we get Phoebe Cates' great speech about losing her dad, and that's why she doesn't believe in Santa.
Yes,
and Christmas.
I do have so many questions about Gremlins, though. Like, what technically is after midnight? Because technically everything's after midnight.
I know.
Like, what's the cutoff?
You're thinking too much. It's a movie. You're thinking too much. It's a movie.
Is it midnight to 6 a.m.? Like, can I feed the Mogwai at 6 a.m.?
I think it's midnight to sun up. Yeah.
Midnight to sun up, maybe. Do I have to bathe it like a chinchilla since I can't get it wet?
I think they just groom themselves. I'm going to answer all these questions for you.
These are just the questions that I ask.
I got
myself.
No, I got you because I think logically. They groom themselves.
Okay, that's good to know. Would you consider the movie Go a Christmas movie?
I don't know what that movie is.
What? You've never seen the movie Go?
I don't know what that movie is.
Oh man. Go. It came out in 1999. It
feels like a Melissa Joan Hart movie.
It is not a Melissa Joan Hart movie. It is absolutely not a Melissa Joan Hart movie. It's a Sarah Polley, Jay Moore, Taye Diggs, Scott Wolf, Katie Holmes, Timothy Oliphant is in it. Like,
you got me with Timothy Oliphant, man.
William Fichtner's in it. I mean, it has a
I've seen this cover so many times. I've seen this a ton.
It's the cover with the person holding the yellow sign up.
Yeah, I always thought that was Melissa Joan Hart.
No.
Okay.
It all takes place during Christmas. That's why I was asking.
Okay. Maybe if it's streaming somewhere, maybe I'll put it on.
I think it's on like Pluto TV or something.
Oh yeah,
like that.
Bill Fichtner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that dude. But anybody like Timothy Oliphant might be like my celebrity guy crush. I don't know.
He's pretty awesome.
So I mean, might get me with this movie. So
he's pretty awesome.
But Scott Wolf is like not, so that kind of like equals it out. I don't know. I'm just on the IMDb page and his picture was up. I just came up with something. I don't know.
Oh, we're just gonna watch nothing but Eyes Wide Shut.
I've never watched that one either. That I'll have to wait for that year to come up, and then I'll have to make it a.
I don't remember it, so I know I've watched it. I just don't remember it. It was not good.
All right,
that's all
and
I
then the most recent thing that I've watched, and I watched it last night, and I loved it. It's written and directed by this actor named Molly Gordon. She's part of like a whole Emma Seligman group. She was also in Shiva Baby. She's like really good friends with Rachel Sennett and Ayo Edebiri. Ayo Edebiri is also in this. It's a movie called Theater Camp. It came out earlier this year, and it's really good. And also, you would probably appreciate it as well. I mean, as a person who is also part of the theater department,
sure.
These are like all like the stereotypes of kids in the like who start theater and take it really seriously really young.
Mm-hmm.
It's all like the extremes. Like if you put them all in the same camp, uh,
Okay.
that's what this movie is. And like you have your camp counselors and teachers, are Ben Platt, Molly Gordon, and a couple other people, and then Jimmy Tatro, who I'm a big fan of, is in the movie. Ayo Edebiri, Patty Harrison is in this, and I think it's so funny. It's incredibly funny. It gets a little sentimental at the end. Also, once again, it has Amy Sedaris, but they don't use her enough. They don't use her enough. Why do you guys keep like putting in these great actors in your movie and like having them in for a scene? Do they not have the availability? Do they not have the time? Did you not think to write something for them? I have questions because I want to know why Amy Sedaris, one of the greatest improvisers ever,
Literally ever.
one of the
Literally ever.
chaos, and she's only in the very beginning and the very end of the movie. Come on, man. Like I like unless her, like I said, unless her rate is too high, unless she doesn't want to actually do too much, you have Amy Sedaris and didn't do enough with her. That's my only complaint with the movie. But a lot of fun. I actually really loved it. I think it's on Hulu right now. So
Let's check that out.
really, really good performances in the movie too, like by the kids. The kids put on like they get like really talented like young theater kids, and
Mm-hmm.
it's really impressive. Oh yeah, and then a guy named Noah Galvin, I don't know if you know who that is. It's actually Ben Platt's either fiance or husband. I don't know what their
Okay.
status is. He was in a show called The Real O'Neills that came out a couple years ago. He was fantastic. I was really disappointed because I thought they were kind of wasting his ability, because he's also just like he's a little more like he is high energy. He can do high energy really well, like in manic really well, and they were kind of like toning him down, but then at the very end they let him go. Um, but yeah, I thought this ton of fun. Um, Once again, like a lot of good theater type movies that came out this year, like theater as in like RE theater. Your mic's off.
I didn't even
But
touch it that time.
but yeah, I mean that's what I've watched, and I don't know. It was a good time to watch movies. I think this was a great year of movies.
Same.
I think this is a really, really great year of movies, and I
Same.
cannot wait. I am gonna have a hard time figuring out my top 10 of the year. I have a good feeling. I know what is in the top 10, but man,
I don't know how I'm going to rank, like put them in the top 10, if that like I know for the most part what the top 10 is. I just don't know what order they're in.
I know at least my top 4. I know my top 4,
Oh, I know my top 4 for sure.
like in
Like
order. In
without
order.
a question. As I rewatch some of these, um things may change. I don't know. But there are 4 clear-cut top choices this year, in my opinion. Well, and that's not even counting the one that you have recently seen,
And you
which
know,
I have been unable to see.
I feel really bad about a certain movie. It's not even in my top 5, and it was like, and the first movie was in my top. It was my top movie of the year that it came out. I'm a little sad that it like this year was so good that that had to drop that far.
Wow.
It's a shame. Oh, fuck! It might even fall harder because I did not include another movie on here. Man,
No, it's been a pleasant surprise this year,
it
for
really
sure.
was, especially the back. Like I guess May on had some bangers in there.
I mean, 2023 is such a crazy year for movies. We even got a movie about a bear on cocaine, for Christ's sake.
Which I haven't watched. Yeah. Uh, we got
I'm just saying, like,
an
we got
amazing
some.
Godzilla movie.
Yeah. we got some amazing, just small independent films. From a stance of like blockbusters, we had one of the best summers where two movies just got people out to the movies in mass in the same freaking weekend, and then they just stayed in theaters for like longer than I remember movies staying in theaters in recent history, at least.
Well, that was circumstantial, though.
No,
Unfortunately.
I understand. I'm just saying over the
Yeah,
last,
I get it. I understand. I'm
you
just
know, um,
I just had to put a caveat on it.
yeah.
But yeah, I also I figured out I've been using Letterboxd all wrong. I'm now using it properly.
Okay.
I wish I could pay for the full Patreon thing, but I'm not going to. Uh,
I will say this. I think we have a clear winner for movies over the last probably 2 to 3 years, and I think you have to give that to A24.
absolutely.
Um, I think there's not even a question there. Even amidst the strikes that were going on, they were paying their people what they were worth, and they were getting exemptions from from all the guilds, in fact, and continued to be able to make films that were just amazing quality, with fantastic actors and directors and producers and crews. And I think A24 shows that uh,
The
there's
capitalism
a
model.
there's a way to make good non IP movies moving forward. Period.
Yeah, fully agree. Sorry, a little distracted for no reason. Um, nothing important really. Uh, but I there's a couple movies that I'm gonna try and go see before the end of the year. I know it's only we only have technically 3 more days left, but I want to go see The Color Purple.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I've had enough people that said anyone but you is a good rom com. So you know what? I'm gonna go
Yeah,
see it. I'm gonna go
I
see it,
I have actually heard that from numerous people, and
and I'm gonna. Oh,
I've heard it from numerous people, and I really want to watch it.
and I'm gonna see that before if I get a chance to see The Boys in the Boat. You know that movie directed by George Clooney that I probably should go see because it actually looks pretty good. But you know what? I'm gonna go see anyone but you. And if I could, I would go see Poor Things again and again and again and again. Uh, I just that should be known that I would, and I, I can if I want. But yeah, okay. Nick, man, I love you. I've missed you.
I
We
love
need
you
it.
too, my friend.
We need to. Nick, I will let you know every week I would wait for you to kind of initialize it, just because initiate like the recording, just
Mm-hmm.
because I have nothing in my life right now. You have a family. I'm free all the time.
I need I need you to just tell me when to do it, man.
I know.
I'll
I'm
make
free.
time.
I'm free all the time. I don't want to take you from your family. I know your family personally. I don't want to take you from your family. That's
Trust me.
my
It's
thing.
okay. It's okay.
I know, but I
Uh,
mean, like, I know what the importance of having like your parents involved in your life, because my parents showed up to everything. Did I want them to show up to everything? No, but you know what? I appreciate it
you
now.
appreciate it
But
now, yeah.
but yeah, I appreciated my parents being there for all my stuff. Like they never missed a game. I wish they did. But uh so like, yeah, I never want to take you away from your
You
family. So
just you just let me know when you're ready, and
okay.
we will do this
All
thing.
right. We'll get on more of a schedule then
Yeah.
if that's the case. I just
First
I
first of the
never
year's coming. We'll get
yeah.
on a schedule.
All right, Nick, where can they find you?
Go over to the Twitters. You can find me at Supermans_Papa. You can find me on Instagram and at Threads at in_Irvin23.
God, I'm actually a little sad. I think I might have just finished my top 10 of 2023. I mean, of course, I have to go see The Color Purple,
Of course.
but not. I don't have to, but I might. I might go see No Hard Feelings tonight. I think there's a showing at 10, and I already worked out today, so I'm not going to be up late. But yeah, you can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter and TikTok, all at Andrew LZ Com. You can find me on Letterboxd, and that's just Andrew LZ. And yeah, please follow the show. Please like it, leave a comment, share it, subscribe to it, follow it. And if you like it, just let us know. We're available on Twitter, on X at was underscore the podcast. And yeah, I'm going to try and make this a little bit more regular. And I do I love movies. I'm getting more serious into them right now too. I'm like taking like watching it and documenting stuff a little bit more seriously. So, and I've been showing that on my Twitter on my TikTok. Literally, as soon as I get out of a theater, I do initial reaction, and I should do a follow up just because I definitely do have more thoughts on the movie after I've thought, after a couple days. Like
Mm-hmm.
Wonka, I literally listened to the soundtrack a bunch. Poor Things originally was not my number one movie of the year until like a day later. I started thinking about it. I was like, man, that movie just like is still sticking with me and everything. So yeah, watch more movies. Go to the theater. Um,
Support your theater.
yeah,
Support movies in general.
yeah, and yeah, Nick. Once again, like I said, love you,
Love you too. Always good to see you.
and I'll see you next Thursday. All right.
Yes, you will. Get vaccinated.
Yeah, what he said. Sorry, I'm trying to find the stop button.